Hello everybody. My name is Sean. Welcome back. I'm starting a brand new project. I know, calm down. 2 projects in like less than a month? What's wrong here? I've actually had a lot of projects on the go simultaneously, so I'm hoping they'll just like domino into each other. So there should be a lot more content coming onto the channel. Hopefully. The next few months, there won't be such like a long gap between everything. Because I have been doing things, and I do apologize too. I've actually had multiple projects that I've done. You've seen some of the shorts, but unfortunately due to time constraints I couldn't actually record them all, because recording actually adds quite a bit of time because you got like set up shots and everything, and so I didn't actually do that. So I do apologize, but I did do shorts so I could share with you guys what I was doing. But the project today is something that I hope a friend of mine will love. It's a birthday gift for her. It is something that I think she'll really like it. It has a lot to do with beginnings, and I'm really happy that even though my initial idea, which was supposed to be it was going to be a nightlight. I was going to take a chicken egg and I was going to carve out sections. I was going to fill with resin and carve out sections of it, and then I would take an LED and I would pop it up into it, and then that would be great. It'd be awesome. But that didn't actually work out because chicken egg shells are really thin and resin gets really hot, and air conditioning is a thing, and temperature fluctuations cause stuff to quench and shatter and make a mess. So we did not get that. But actually I'm really happy that the idea I got with the excess resin worked out, and you guys are going to see that. I'm doing something a little different this time, and I hope you guys enjoy. There's going to be a little more of a voiceover. It's not just going to be silent music. I'm sure you all love the jams that I had, but I figure if I actually explain what's going on as I'm doing it, like I get a better idea of my thought process. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a sec. So I use a 1:1 by volume epoxy resin called EasyCast. It sets really quick, takes food dye really well, very, very user friendly, and I suggest it for anybody. By the way, if you look on the right there, you can see the egg that didn't make it. A perfect pour, not a drop spilt. I'm proud of that. So I'm just sketching on an idea of what I want for the area taken out of the shell. I know it's not going to be exact, but if I can at least give myself a rough guideline, it'll help control how much is broken off and I don't take off too much. I'm just using a regular pair of tweezers to try and break this off. I was terrified that if I tried to use my hands, I might actually break off more of the shell than intended. I was also really, really scared that if I did use my fingers, the larger chunks would have a much smoother edge, and I really wanted to go for a rough kind of look to it. So now it's time to work on the island. I use regular old tin foil to create a pour. This helps minimize the amount of clay that I'm using. It also helps reduce the cook time for the clay. It also helps give me a good idea of whether or not I have the right size for what I'm doing. I, in my case, just use Super Sculpey. It's super easy. And then I texture it with a piece of asphalt I found on the ground. You just run it over a bunch of times till you get the texture that you like. I don't normally freehand a bonsai because it's quite difficult to keep all the wires together as you twist. I normally use a bucket with holes drilled into it to act as a third hand while I work, but because of the small size I chose not to. The tree is made with 24 lengths of 22 gauge wire. Each wire is only 30 centimeters long. If you're wondering what that handy dandy tool is, by the way, it's a pair of linesman pliers wrapped in electrical tape.
It's just to help protect the wire when I'm twisting so that the metal on the pliers doesn't damage, nick, or scratch it. I use a pair of round nose pliers to create a series of loops in the wire. I find it easier to do all the loops first before shaping the leaves. Once the leaves are shaped, it gets more difficult to loop the wire as you get closer to where the branches diverge. To shape the leaves, I just use the round nose pliers to start twisting it, and then I just use a lot of finger strength and dexterity to shape the leaves. There's no real thought going into it, I'm just twisting and creating a giant loop, and I'll shape as I go and as I need, and as more and more leaves are added, some things change because I may not like what I initially had in mind. So as you can see, I'm adding a layer of black primer to the island. This is a great way to help future layers of paint stick to the Super Sculpey. It's also a really fun cheater's way to create the illusion of depth. Any spots that I happen to miss in the future will just create the illusion of deeper sockets within the rock itself. And that's basically the idea, is just to start with a dark layer and continually go lighter and lighter, applying lighter and lighter amounts of paint to the rock. This will help create the illusion of highlights and shadow, and it's just a fun way to do things. It's also really difficult to not drop things, as you saw. If you're curious what I use to apply the tree to anything, it's my go-to is Gorilla Glue epoxy. It is a wonderful, wonderful substance. Highly recommend it. I haven't had issues with it adhering to anything else. Once I've got that dried though, I can apply the little bushes and flowers and plants that I want to apply just to add a little more character. It looks cool, but I find little flourishes like this really push things over the top, and I think it's important to have as many little details as you can in a build, because it really gives character to it and gives life to what you're doing. I'm just tacking the island to the resin right now. I don't want it to slip or slide when I pour the next layer of resin. Once the resin is set, I'm going to apply something called a gel medium to the surface of the resin. This will help give texture. It's normally used to rehydrate acrylic paints, but it dries clear when placed on a surface. And I think it's very important to add little details like this to your builds to help give them more character and more realism, because water is never glass-like on its surface. It's always choppy and moving, and this will give it some dynamic. Lastly, with a lot of builds, especially when I do eggs, is just to apply a thin layer of clear resin to the surface to help protect the strength of the shell.
And it's done. I'm super, super happy with the end result. I know you guys can't really see it, and it's hard to see on camera because cameras aren't the human eye, but I really like the water inside here. I like the texture on it. I was thinking of going something a little choppier, but I was like, no, I don't want to be too choppy. I'm really happy with the paint job I did on the little boulder that the tree sits on. I think I'm getting better at it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I'm getting better at this, and I'm really happy with the tree. I'm really happy with everything and how it turned out, and I really hope she appreciates it. I wanted to give her something unique for her birthday. I wanted to give her something that, you know, she could enjoy, that she could remember that, you know, there's potential in everything. And I wanted to give her something that could make her smile, that could make her eyes light up. That's something I always want to do, is just make a little more, make a few more smiles. So I hope that she enjoys it. I have to figure out how I'm going to ship this to her, and I haven't figured that one out yet. That's gonna be a hard one. But I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I'm happy with the wire. I just love the look of it and the work that I've done, and I really enjoyed making this. And truth be told, this is actually one of the fastest builds I've ever done. All in all, it was probably like 13 hours, which is like insanely short for me, because normally it's like, as you saw with like the Mimic, if you saw that video, that was like February, it's just like 5 months of work. So like for me to actually get this done in 13 hours, especially because a lot of it was improvised on the spot, is very impressive, and I'm very proud of myself for that, because it looks good and it was done quickly. like I said, I hope she really enjoys it. I wanted to give her something to wow her. And yeah, we'll see. For those of you who stood by to the very end, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'm eternally grateful for everyone who does watch the videos. If there's anything you think I can do to improve upon my videos in the future, I would love to hear in the comments. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of this, and I hope she loves it. I hope she has a happy birthday. I'll see you guys next time, and until I do, please take care of yourselves, and wish all the absolute very best. Take care. Bye-bye.